Good morning, grade ones. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, and I am here to talk to you a little bit more about math. So today we are going to work on multiplying by fives. So again today we will see a little bit of division, but really we are focusing on multiplying by fives. As I mentioned earlier this week, moving on next week, we will talk a lot more about division and you will become experts on division. But for today, we're really focusing on multiplication and multiplying by fives and using only our brains to solve these multiplication equations. So I hope you are ready to count by fives today, because today you're going to do a lot of counting by fives. So when we multiply, always first think, count by fives. Anytime you see a multiplication equation that has a 5 in it, the simplest way, the first thing you should think is, I need to count by fives. So count by fives with me. I wish I could hear you counting with me, but let's practice just counting by fives. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and so on. I could keep going. If you want to, pause this video now, practice counting by fives. If you're having trouble counting by fives, I recommend that you practice counting by fives before you get started with your 5 times tables today, because you really need to be able to count by fives to solve these. It will really help anyways. So, when we have multiplication equations, today all of the equations you see will have a 5 in it. You will also see some division equations, but we will talk more about those later. We kind of want to forget about division today and really focus on multiplying by fives. So if I have the equation 5 times 1, I know that I need to count by 5 one time. So I'm going to try to use mainly my head, but I'll just show you on my fingers to show you what's happening in my head as well. So 5 times 1 would be 5. Okay, I've counted by 5 one time. So 5 times 1 is 5. Then when I have 5 times 2, just have a quick think. The number in the equation that is not the 5 is the 2. So I know that I need to count by 5s 2 times. So 5, 10. Okay, moving on, let's put it here. Okay, moving on to 5 times 3. I know that I need to count by 5s 3 times. So 5, 10, 15. Okay, moving on to 5 times 4. I know that I need to count by 5s 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so again, I am using my fingers to help me solve. If you want to use your fingers today, you absolutely can, but try maybe for the last few questions to not even use your fingers. But for today, it's okay to use your fingers, but try to avoid drawing pictures and writing down equations. So try to focus mainly on using your fingers and using your brain. Okay, so counting by fives today. If I have 5 times 5, I know that I need to count by 5 times. If I have 5 times 6, I need to count by 5s 6 times. Okay, again today you will be faced with some of these tricky equations. So this equation says 15 divided by 5. So for the division equations, if you want to draw pictures, you absolutely can. So for 15 divided by 5, I'm going to create 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've created 5 groups, and I'm going to split the number 15 evenly into those groups. So I would say 1 for you, so I'm going to count as I go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then I see how much is in one group. So I know that there is 3 in one group. Okay, so 15 divided by 5 would be 3. So for these division questions, you can imagine that maybe you have 15 cupcakes, 15 Pokemon cards, and imagine that you are dividing them between your friends, okay? So 15 divided by 5. I have 15 Pokemon cards. I'm dividing them between 5 of my friends. We each would get 3 Pokemon cards. Again, today, we are focusing on multiplying by 5s. You will see the division questions in your task today, but do not worry too much about them. The main focus is going to be on multiplication. Okay, so for your task today, you're going to log on to MyMaths. You are going to complete the task called 5 times tables. So I really suggest that you click on try the lesson first. That will absolutely help you, give you a little bit of practice. There are some cool games you can check out as well. Then you're going to click on start homework, and you will see a screen like this that comes up. So this is the main page that I would like you to focus on today. There's even a little hand for you to help you practice. So you will find some division questions when you go on to this question 2 to play this game. You will see some here, so feel free to have a guess. Just try your best with those ones, but your teacher is really looking at how you answer these multiplication questions today. So today, knowing how to count by 5s will really, really help you. So if I see an equation, 5 times 7, I find the number in that equation that is not the 5, and I know that I need to count by 5s that many times. So 5 times 7 would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so good luck with counting by 5s today. You can use your fingers. If you really want to challenge yourself, try not to, because we're really working on using mental methods. So try to not draw any pictures for the multiplication questions. Try and answer as much as possible using only your brain. You do not need to post anything on Seesaw for math today. All of the teachers can log on to MyMaths, and we will be able to see your work and how you are doing there. So good luck multiplying by 5s.